have any specifics that we can share with you after the fact. Go ahead, Alex.
Thank you, Bernard. I have a question about Magnitsky sanctions. Azerbaijan happens to lead the human rights abuses portion of it. Mr. Ali Mardanov was designated for involvement of gross human rights violations in 2015 and 2016. Some might see it in the country as justice delayed, as you can imagine. So I have a question about actually what's going on today. But before we go there, can you help us please put it in the context? What does that mean in practice, being designated to this list, in this list?
Sure. Give me 1 second. So as I said at the top of the briefing, the announcement is a sweeping action against corrupt actors and those connected to human rights abuses and violations worldwide. These actions impose consequences on actors across the globe who engage in corruption and violate or abuse human rights. This is a broad designation. It's a series of broad designations that we've made that has impacted 65 individuals, more than 65 individuals and entities, and in 17 countries. You had a second question?
Today, the leading activist Bəxtiyar Hacıyevi got arrested once again, third time a year. He's accused of hooliganism and contempt of court. His case is so public that the accusations against him are so people. Anyone you ask the country will argue that that this is a trumped up case. Do you have any reaction? Do you know? Have you heard about this case?
We are deeply troubled by the arrest and the detention of Mr. Hacıyevi on the eve of Human Rights Day, and we urge the authorities to release him expeditiously. The U.S. remains strongly committed to advancing respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms, and we again urge the government to respect their citizens' rights, including their right to express their views peacefully.
This is the latest case to lead to arrests happened in the country this year. Some argue that the conventional wisdom is that the U.S. is so much involved into energy, cooperation, peacemaking. That's why it turned blind eyes, against, on human rights. What was your reaction to that? And is the topic being discussed when, like yesterday, as the Secretary Donfried called Azerbaijan Foreign Minister?
From the very beginning of this administration, since we've come into office, we have placed human rights at the center of much of our foreign policy, and as we engage with countries around the world, and that's something that we will intend to continue to do. One more in the back. Oh, then I'll come